On the night from 28 to 29 December 2025, the Kyiv regime carried out a terrorist attack using 91 long-range attacking drones against the state residence of the Russian president in the Novgorod region. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov said that Ukraine launched a terrorist attack on President Vladimir Putin's residence in the northwestern Novgorod region overnight Sunday to Monday, with 91 long-range drones. As per Lavrov, all the attacking drones were destroyed and there were no casualties or damage. Lavrov didn't say whether Putin was at his residence at the time of the attack. Lavrov mentioned that Russia already has designated the timing and facilities for a retaliatory strike, but didn't give any specifics. Lavrov noted that the attack came amid efforts to negotiate a settlement to the conflict and warned that Moscow will toughen its negotiating position because of the terrorist attack on Putin's residence. A telephone conversation between Russian President Vladimir Putin and the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has just concluded. The call was initiated by the U.S. President, who wanted to discuss with our President the current situation in the context of the Ukrainian conflict and the possibilities for its resolution. He wanted to address these issues ahead of a personal meeting with Zelenskyy, scheduled to take place later today in Mar-a-Lago, Florida. Most importantly, the Russian and U.S. presidents generally share the same view that the temporary ceasefire proposed by the Ukrainians and the Europeans under the pretext of preparing for a referendum or under other pretexts would lead to prolonging the conflict and risk a resumption of hostilities. For complete cessation of hostilities, a bold, responsible political decision is needed from Kiev, first and foremost, that aligns with the work being conducted through the Russian-American channel. This decision, related to the Donbass, with the current situation on the front taken into account, would make sense for the Ukrainian regime to make without delay. Donald Trump consistently emphasized the need to bring the war to an end as soon as possible. He spoke of impressive prospects for economic cooperation between the United States and both Russia and Ukraine. Acknowledging that the Ukrainian crisis has proven to be the most difficult for him, Trump said that he had once again been convinced of Russia's commitment to a political and diplomatic settlement.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning.
Did Putin tell you
You know
about
who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. That's no good. It's no good.
Russian officials
Don't forget, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that. Because we're talking about, it's a delicate period of time.
But
this is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive, because they're offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that, and can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about it.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy responded to Lavrov's accusation of a residence strike, denying all such claims. Amidst the peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, Ukraine's attempt to attack Putin's residence doubles the conflict between the two nations. Putin informed Donald Trump about how Moscow would now reassess its stance in peace talks, following what Russia described as a Ukrainian drone attack on a Russian presidential residence. The big question remains what happens to the peace deal, which, according to Trump, reached a point of 90% finalization even after Trump and Zelenskyy met recently.
I see that happening, sure, at the right time. I saw a very interesting President Putin today. I mean, he wants to see it happen. He wants to see it. He told me very strongly. I believe him. Don't forget, we went through the Russia hoax together. And he'd call me, I'd call him, I'd say, can you believe the stuff that they're making up? And it turned out we were right. They made it all up. And despite that, we didn't get into wars or we didn't get into problems, but we weren't able to trade very much or any of that, which was a shame because, you know, a lot of success could have been had by trading with Russia. They have great land, great minerals and other things, and we have things that they want very badly. But the Russia hoax, which was a terrible made-up fictional thing by Crooked Hillary and by Adam Shifty Schiff and bad people, sick people. They made it up. It was all a made-up hoax. But it kept us really from dealing with Russia, kept Russia dealing, from dealing with us. So, but despite that, we got along. And I don't know, I think we're going to get there. I know him very well. I think we're going to get there.
And we discussed all the aspects of the peace framework, which includes, and we have great achievements, 20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees, 100% agreed. U.S.-Europe-Ukraine security guarantees, almost agreed. Military dimension, 100% agreed. Prosperity plan being finalized, and we also discussed the sequencing of the following actions. And we agree that security guarantees is the key milestone in achieving lasting peace, and our teams will continue working on all aspects. We also had a joint productive call with European leaders, like President Trump said already, and a lot of leaders, including NATO and the EU. And we agreed that our teams will meet in upcoming weeks to finalize all discussed matters. And we agreed with President Trump that he will host us, and maybe in Washington, European leaders and Ukrainian delegation, yes, in January. And Ukraine is ready for peace.